Hey, what's up guys, Super Dave here. Welcome to the first episode of Gaming in My Mama House. I on my YouTube channel, The Idiot's Guide to Gaming. And today we are playing Horizon Zero Dawn. We're taking on the role of Aloy, female warrior, who was once an outcast. Now she's part of the tribe and she's kicking tons of ass. Yeah, let's check it out. And you know what, to a certain extent, I do echo the same sentiments. When Horizon Zero Dawn came out back in the day, it was a brilliant video game. And Horizon Forbidden West, oh my word, just took that all the way to the next level. I mean, first and foremost, let's talk about how stunning a game could be, whether it's nighttime, whether it's in the snow, in the desert, underwater, whether you're fighting machines. I don't think I've seen something as beautiful. I think something quite similar to it that I've played and I've loved so much visually was Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut on PS5. That's stunning and that's a really good game. But this right now, this is probably the most beautiful game right now on PS5. I haven't played Gran Turismo 7. That's coming up in a later episode of Gaming in My Mama's House. But from a visual point of view, there's nothing like it. I don't think there's a game that's as stunning. And how many times I feel like every time you play the game, the only thing you keep saying is that, damn man, this game looks really, really good. And the guys at Guerrilla Games outdid themselves from a visual point of view. And what's a brilliant setting without a brilliant lead character? I think there's no better lead character in the world of video games right now, or in a game right now, better than Aloy. She's beautiful, she's courageous, she's brave, she has compassion, which leads me to the game's combat system. I think for a beautiful lady, Aloy does pack a mean punch, and she's a formidable foe, whether to machine or human. But unfortunately, I feel like she's let down by the game's skill tree. I think there's different classes to how you upgrade Aloy, and I feel like the way you implement the game's special ability of the Valar attacks, I felt like that could have been executed a bit easier. I feel like it's just way too much to do and way too much to remember. I think in the heart of battle, when you have 5 machines trying to kick your butt, the last thing you want to do is remember that I need to press L1 and R1 to activate my special power, and a lot of the time you do go by not using your Valar ability, but just rely on Aloy's instinct and Aloy's arrow or Aloy's spear just to get the job done, and your ability as a gamer as you play the game, So I think that could have been better implemented. And Aloy, like in the beginning, I'm not spoiling for anyone, so I'm not dropping any spoilers. But in the beginning stages of the game, Aloy gains a shield, but she uses it for gliding. I feel like that could have been better used within battle, seeing that a lot of the time she's facing more than one opponent, whether it's more than one machine or more than one human enemy. I feel like the same shield that you use for gliding could have been used in combat. But that's just me, and that's just how I feel about that, how that part of the game could have been executed. As I said before, the game is set in the Forbidden West, a stunning open world location. I think every time I play the game, I'm like, wow, how beautiful is this? And you know what? Sadly, just like back in the day, in Horizon Zero Dawn, there's also a lot to do. But within that a lot to do, there's also a lot of key takeaways. Like if you really grind it out and play a lot of the side missions, there's a lot to learn about the Forbidden West. There's a lot of ability to gain, there's a lot of gear to gain, and there's a lot of skill points to unlock, giving Aloy the opportunity to be quite the foe when it comes to facing up with either the machines or the humans within the game, you know. And I think, I wouldn't say sadly, you need to go through that steep learning curve, because as the game progresses, it gets harder and harder and harder, and you need to ramp up. You need to gain special abilities, you need to gain special arrows, you need to gain special bows, special spears, special gear, just to help you deal with the game's toughness as you progress. And I think maybe that's, some would say that's a bad thing, but also it's also a good challenge to face when you are playing the game. I think it's quite the necessary route that you need to go through when playing Horizon Forbidden West. You need to take on as much of the side missions as possible. They are not repetitive in their nature, unlike in the previous game. Each side mission has its own unique feel to it, and it feels like a new mission, and it feels challenging. And the really cool thing about it is that if you've leveled up as you progress, some of the side missions become easier. So I would recommend that you level up, maybe go do side missions where you are like 2 levels higher, 1 level higher. It makes it a bit easier and less challenging, because as you progress in the game, as you progress in Aloy's story, wow, things ramp up and the game becomes really, really hard. I think if you're watching this review and you're still wondering, should I get Horizon Forbidden West? I think, yeah, man. There's enough online. The game has been out for like close to 2 to 3 weeks online right now. There's enough reviews online. There's enough guides online to help you out, especially when you're in a sticky situation. And I think there is so much to do in the game that you will, from time to time, you will definitely look up a tutorial or like just like ponder, how do I get past this certain point, because the game is challenging itself. There's new machines to face. Some of the good old machines that we saw in the previous game are still there. Tall necks still unlock huge parts of the map, but there's also now different ways of climbing a tall neck, you know. And I think that's a great addition to the games, that you're no longer just trying to find the highest point and glide to a tall neck. There's a bit of a challenge to it now, which the guys at Guerrilla Games did really well. Don't get bogged down too much by the dialogue when it comes to the game storyline. It is good. There's some new characters, there's some old characters, and Aloy as a lead character, she's awesome. She kicks ass. She has everything you'd want from a really dope leader, and from a really dope warrior, a really dope savior, the savior of Meridian, live in action. You take her role, and I think it all plays out so beautifully. Don't let the game's map overwhelm you by all the different things that you need to do, and don't try and rush through the gameplay. I think take it in small chunks and pieces. You are in no rush to play the game. You are in no rush to finish the game. You know, I think there's so much to do, so much to explore, that this game will easily be a game that you'll be playing probably for the next couple of months. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't played, if you're not playing anything open world that's really time consuming, this will be the game that will have you eating up the hours, clocking up the trophies, and probably chasing that platinum, because there's so much to do, so much to discover. Yeah, so many machines to take on, so many rebels to take on. You know, so ultimately I think Horizon Forbidden West gets a huge 4 out of 5 for me here at the Idiot's Guide to Gaming. Yeah, so there you have it. That's my review of Horizon Forbidden West. Shout out to the guys at PlayStation South Africa for hooking me up with the merch, with the sweater and the tee from the game. Yeah, man, let me know in the comment section below what you think of Horizon Forbidden West. How far along are you within the game? What do you think of the game? What do you think of Aloy's new abilities? What do you think of the new machines that are being introduced in the game, and some of the new gameplay mechanics that you find in this video game? Ultimately, my name is Super Dave. This has been another edition of Gaming in My Mama's House. Yeah, man, guys, until we meet again, please like, subscribe, comment below. Yeah, let me know which games you would like me to talk about and review. My name is Super Dave. This has been another edition of Gaming in My Mama's House.